nonprofit organization called the Future of Music Coalition, and we've been around for a decade. The reason that we exist is to give creators a voice in the halls of power, so to speak, because oftentimes creator experiences are not heard by decision makers. And we also observe things on the international stage as well, because obviously with advent of technologies like the internet, copyright and related issues become a global phenomenon. So that's my spiel.
We feel that Bill C-32 is a step in the right direction. It does have some flaws, but it really needs to be passed. And our view is that we can fix the problems at the policy and at the implementation stage.
Do I think Bill C-32 should pass? Regrettably, I don't, because although I think that copyright reform is badly needed in Canada, Bill C-32 is simply too flawed to be improved sufficiently for passage by this government.
We provide access to the world's repertoire of musical works. As simple as that. And that's probably the key for the future. You've probably heard this. Access. You know the old saying, the key to buying real estate is location, location, location. Well, in copyright, it's access, access, access. That's what it's all about. And that's what it's going to become increasingly more about in the future. What do we think about C-32? Well, we believe that one way or another, a bill is going to pass. Probably fairly soon. When I say soon, depending on election, it could be as soon as before the end of the year.
We spent $51 million alone to the artists last year in CCD development. So
I think that's great. I think that's great. But you pay 5.7% of your revenue. Well, it's numbers.
Every time our revenue goes up, so do the creators, because it's tied to our revenue.
Is that the way it works?
80% of your radio station is playing music, and we only get 6% of the money.
I attended 2 panels today at the Canadian Music Week conference and festival. And the first one was on Bill C-32, Copyright or Copyfight. It's about the modernization of the Copyright Act. Anyway, the Canadian government is trying to address the growing concern about copyrighted works and the rights of the copyright holders, the authors and original performers, versus the users who want to have access to these works. So I did a quick search on the internet because of the internet technology, the distribution or sharing of these works has become a lot easier. So there's a particular paragraph that seems to stick out under the Act. Whereas the exclusive rights in the Copyright Act provide rights holders with recognition, remuneration, and the ability to assert their rights, and some limitations on those rights exist to further enhance users' access to copyright works or other subject matter. So basically, on one end are the copyright holders, the original authors and performers who own those rights to their works, versus the users, the end user being like the customer or the viewer of on the internet of any of these works, which are available either by video or by website. And the government puts limitations on some of the rights of the copyright holders because they want to give access to the users for those who are using it for private, educational, and research purposes. However, there's also the broadcasters, the TV, radio, internet websites that are making money from this sharing of information between the copyright holders and the users who are accessing the works. So really, or at least hopefully the government will be able to keep a balance for these for both the holders and the users, so that it's a fair way to do it.